Welcome back to Fox Eyes on the Hill live this Sunday morning. When Aswad Thomas was just 26 years old as a new college graduate, he was 3 weeks away from going to Europe to play professional basketball. That's when he was shot leaving a convenience store. Gun violence ended his basketball career and put him on a brand new path towards peace and recovery. Aswad Thomas now works for the Alliance for Safety and Justice, helping other crime victims and working to reduce violence. Aswad, great to have you here this morning. We appreciate it. One of the things, I've been in news for 35 years, and it strikes me that we spend a lot of time talking about the crime, talking about the criminal, not so much about the victim. Did you find that to be the case in your own situation?
Yeah, it's not just me, just most victims. I remember after I got shot, I was released from the hospital back into the same neighborhood where I was shot with no help, no victim services, no victim compensation. You know, law enforcement came to visit me several times, but it was always about the case. They never told me where to go to get help or even connected me to a victim advocate in their department supposed to work with victims like myself.
And it's a really simple question. Did anybody ask you how you were?
Nobody asked me how I was. In fact, I learned that during my last doctor's appointment, the teenager that shot me was also a victim of gun violence, and the doctor that saved my life also saved his life as well. And once again, nobody asked him that same question of what help that he needed, and I feel his unaddressed trauma played a huge role in my shooting years later.
And that leads to a natural progression of this question, is that there's different kinds of health. Physically, being shot by a bullet is traumatic to the human body,
yes,
but it is also traumatic to your psyche and your mental health. How do you deal with those two recoveries that are going on, which are connected but yet also are in some ways separate issues?
For most victims, you know, the physical recovery is actually the easiest. What's often the hardest is the psychological effects of being a victim of gun violence or being a victim of domestic violence. It's the PTSD, the depression, the nightmares, the flashback, the anxiety, all of those psychological victims, but 96% of victims don't get access to help and services.
So you go through this. Your professional basketball career, you know, is brought to an end. You now have to recalculate not only your physical health, but your life moving forward. How do you take that? And I imagine you got to be angry as well, too, about how things turned out to you. You've turned it into something incredibly positive, though. But connect those dots. How did you make that journey? How did you make that trip?
For me, it was learning that the teenager that shot me was also a victim of gun violence, and his unaddressed trauma and not getting any help. I strongly feel like that played a huge role in my shooting. But I also come from a family of victims of gun violence. My father was shot in the 80s. My brother was shot in the 90s. I have two cousins that were shot. All of us have been victims of gun violence, and none that actually led to any help despite having many interactions with the justice system. So today now I travel the country through Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice, talking to crime victims every single day, and most of us don't get help. And that's what really kind of fueled this passion of mine of working with survivors.
Politicians love to talk about getting tough on crime, that they're going to pass crime laws and they're going to get tough on criminals. We hardly hear as much about victim legislation. What's on the books now? What's needed as far as helping victims, you know, who are really the ones that suffer the most of these crimes?
Several things we need. First, we need to prevent crime from happening and reduce repeat crime. You know, for most victims, you know, being tough on crime or locking people up as long as we could, that's never been safety for most victims. For most victims, safety is more youth programs, more mental health programs, more rehabilitation programs for those that cause harm. Also, you know, provide an opportunity for people coming out of the justice system to get access to jobs and housing.
But you know, because I'm sure you've heard this conversation, when you say the solution to reducing gun crime is more youth programs, people say, well, wait a minute, what are you doing? You put them in jail if they shoot somebody. Why do you look at it as, you know, kind of a social solution rather than a prison sentence or a jail term?
Because most victims, you know, across the country, most community members actually know what safety actually looks like. Safety is investing in those evidence-based programs that have been proven to reduce cycle of crime and violence. We did a study at the Alliance for Safety and Justice, and we found that most crime victims prefer a justice system that focuses more on shorter sentences and rehabilitation rather than long-term prison sentences.
Does it work?
it actually work to help reduce cycles of violence, and you do that by helping people heal and recover. And that's why we are bringing thousands of victims together to D.C. for a March on Washington.
Aswad Thomas is going to join us for the post show over on Fox Local in just a few minutes. We thank you for joining us, talking about the Alliance for Safety and Justice, helping other crime victims reduce crime violence. There's the information there right on your screen.